Outside of a couple of tweets, I basically stayed the hell off of the internet yesterday because you had people crying about World War III, females getting drafted, Rose McGowan sitting there begging Iran for mercy. Oh my goodness! Oh, please forgive them. They know not what they do. Just like, like the internet was a complete shit show yesterday. Most people can barely handle tic tac toe, and but feel like they have the capacity to really just hammer out some uh, geopolitical foreign policy. So you know what? I was good. I frolicked yesterday. I went skipping through fields and did a whole bunch of in real life stuff. But the situation with Rose McGowan got me thinking because even in Germany, when the H man came through with his peoples, the females of that the females tend to just roll with who's ever in power, right? So I came across this article from Business Insider, and it just really struck me as, yeah, appropriate. It's apt to get at least today started off right. I loved my life as a trophy wife until I realized what I was giving up. So I made the terrifying choice to blow up my marriage, and it was worth it. This is written by Shannon Page for Medium. Now, here's the thing about Medium. Medium, anybody can publish an article over at Medium. Why is Business Insider taking it and running with it? That's what I find the most interesting. But I believe it was originally published on July 17th, 2019. And this is Shannon Page right here, who, you know what, maybe 15, 20 years ago, she was a trophy wife, all right? But her and Mackenzie Bezos have taught me, to my, white brothers, to my Caucasian counterparts, do not marry a woman whose upper lip disappears when she smiles, all right? Like, because guess what? Your bank account is clearly going to go disappearing. She will wake up one day just like, nah, I'm not into it. All right, so Shannon Page is an author and full-time freelancer, but before all of that, she was, in her words, a trophy wife. Once again, we're seeing her now. This is past 40. This is past wall Shannon. So there is a high probability that, yeah, 15, 20 years ago she was bad. All right, I mean, I'm not picking up trophy wife bad, but whatevs. When she was in her early 20s, she met and married a wealthy man 17 years older than her. She loved the stability and feeling of maturity that came with her marriage. She was able to leave her abusive job and travel luxuriously. So this gentleman came through, held it down, was like, yo, I'm gonna put you up and we're gonna just go and travel and have all these other fun adventures and you don't have to work and nothing else like that. Good on you, my man. But once she entered her 30s, she reconnected with her love of writing and became more engaged in work. But wait, she's freelance, and she became increasingly resentful of her marriage because, yes, that's right, this man who came and rescued her from an abusive job was somehow holding her down and oppressing her. Oh my God. Like, I'm telling you, it poisoned, man, poison. Then in her 40s, she blew up her marriage spectacularly and started over. In doing so, she became her own trophy and took everything. And that's why this is business in Business Insider, because she basically took half of his worth and everything else like that. She in her 40s, she became very self-absolved, very, very, very self-absorbed, and just, said, screw it. Oh no, you're just keeping me from the all this penis I'm out here missing. Oh no, this will not I cannot do this. Well, I'm curious that, like, because in the article they don't mention anything about children. All right, so let's get into it. It was a joke, the kind of joke that's actually true, but you laugh about it in the hopes of deflecting the truth, a thing that you bring up first before anyone else can. Haha, she's my trophy wife. Aren't we funny? I was in my early 20s when we met. He was already over 40, 17 years older than me, and 17 gazillion times wealthier. So how old is her early 20s? So probably like 23, 24. Because if he's 17 years older than you, but he was already over 40, then because 20, okay, never mind. He had a nice house and a lucrative business partnership, and a 401k and an Audi. I had student loans and a toasted oven and two cats. Well, I soon just had one cat. It was decided that I would give away one of mine before we married. He already had two, and four cats would be just too many. One of mine had to go. I got to make a Sophie's choice about it, though I chose Grub, even though I'd raised him from a newborn kitten. That wasn't the first time I yielded, though it was an early one. How clear all these signposts are in the rear view mirror. Oh my god. Like, yo, you moving into his crib. He about to hold you down. And what? Oh, I had to give up one of my cats. Oh. You're going to miss your 30s if you marry him, my therapist warned me. Really? Your therapist? Word? Okay. Wow. Wow. You're going to start being his age, hanging out with his friends, living his life. Yeah, because the one that you was living previously was pretty shit now, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. I protested. Wasn't it as likely that I would bring vibrant young energy into his life? My creative interest and my hip friends, well, semi-hip, I guess. I mean, we were all young. That's hip by definition, right? Right? The fact was, his life looked pretty good to me. My own life was a panicked, disorganized mess when I met him. I was in a miserable relationship, had an abusive job, and was broke and freaked out. I had no idea who I was and what I wanted or what to do about any of that. It's why I was in therapy in the first place. And then, suddenly, here was this man in my life all figured out. He was smart and attractive and stable. Such an adult. I wanted a grown up. I wanted a grown up. Oh, I wanted, okay, I'm sorry, I was not reading that properly. I wanted a grown up. I wanted to be a grown up. So I married him. I'm not gonna lie, having money makes so many things easier. If I miss anything from my trophy wife years, it's that. The first time I really could, okay, hold on. The first time I walked down a grocery aisle and realized I could just put things in my cart without having to keep a running tally in my head, it was amazing. God, yeah. I didn't stop at groceries. I began to haunt malls. I loved how familiar and comfortable they felt. So bright, clean, and safe. With all the nice stores, with all the nice clothes in them. Clothes I could take home and wear. Okay, you know what? I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Well, okay. So, Miss Page, you sat there. You used this man to, get take care of yourself, get yourself out of your financial situation, and really just you became your own trophy wife. Sorry, darling. Like, what part? Hold on, let's read a little bit more because I'm almost done with this, because you can hear the narcissism, you can hear the selfishness and the entitlement just dripping off of every letter, and that's what I'm having a hard time with. But I want to scan really quickly to see if they had children, because it doesn't seem like they did. And that, like, and me personally, right? I don't believe that there's a point in marriage without, trying to create a life together. And by life, I mean children, like that's the most important thing. So without that, without the children, because I mean, it's been deemed racist to call babies anchors, but that is a really stability, that's a real stabilizer, is children. And that's one of the reasons why we have this entire thing called marriage, is to protect the most vulnerable of us, which are children. Now, if they didn't have any children together, then yeah, this makes a ton of sense actually, because she'd eventually get bored. But let me keep scanning things he wanted, like travel, he was not. It was traveling too much. I think they were traveling. We lived pretty well when we stayed home too. The one was always first rate. We were both accomplished cooks. We dined out a lot too in our city's fine restaurants. Wait, you're an accomplished cook, but you're working as a freelancer? Oh, that's interesting. All that bounty could make a person fat, so we joined the city's premier gym. Fancy clothes. He must be smart and accomplished. We were living the dream. Our home was beautiful. Our cars were shiny. Our cats were fluffy. Our passwords were up to date and full of stamps. Friends would open conversations. So, what's your next trip? We were like so totally loving it. And then And then I approached my 30s. Then I entered my 30s, and my new position at work got a little bigger, crept closer to being full time and have more responsibility. Email became a thing, so I could think about work stuff even when I was at home. I was good at what I did, and I enjoyed it. Why are you not being specific? Like, am I wrong for missing that? She's not being specific at all. Like, what did you do? It made me feel smart, and accomplished. That's something that wasn't about my husband and our life together. Something that was mine. And that's what children are supposed to be. Oh my goodness, fellas, I began to find my voice. Okay, yeah, whatever, Miss Page. My goodness. The crazy part is, I still give a couple pumps. Okay, I ain't gonna stunt. Like, yeah, I like the hair. I'm a huge hair guy, particularly dark hair. Like, I love that shit. So yeah, she's still worth a couple pumps. But as far as like the whole trophy wife thing goes, I mean, he hooked you up. He got what you at your time of need when you were like, saying ultimately desperate from the sounds of it. She's like, oh, I was freaked out and all this other stuff. And she really just like wrecked the man's life and is sitting here with this Medium post just bragging about it. Business Insider posted because, hey, ladies, yeah, you can go and do it too. Have fun. And it's just like, nah. Things like this is why MGTOW exists. All right. Seriously. So I think we're done here, though. We're done. I can't. I just can't keep reading her words because it's just so vapid and so narcissistic that like, ladies, y'all are terrible. So with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff, if you like to toss a like, dislike, go ahead and do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice, you want to get videos like this every single day. More videos are on their way today. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you think in the comments? Shannon Page and women like Shannon Page are the reason MGTOW and Red Pills and all these other movements exist. Because lady, you like, wow, you were really gifted everything. This man came through, held you down, married you, had built a life with you, just not, didn't create a life with you, but had a life with you. And you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna blow it up and really be happy about it and hold on. And I pray whoever she was married to, I hope that man found him a nice younger wife, even in his 50s, somebody who could pop out a kid or two for him if that's what he so wanted. And, or just is just out there having a good time and enjoying, not having to be shackled to this ungrateful monster here. So if you feel differently, that's what I have a comment section for. And until the next one.